Design number 19 is pretty cool, but I am going to skip stitching the first two colors. So I want to show you how we can go forward to a color we want to use, skip over the ones we don't want to use, and I just want the color 3 and color 4 to stitch, and then we're going to put a monogram into the middle. So let me show you how we're going to do this. So we're going to go ahead, we're going out to, we're arrowing back, out to design number 19. And I'm also going to reduce this down. We'll also need to check to make sure we don't stitch over something we already have here. So I'm going to just reduce it down. Oh, attach correct hoop. Yes, so we'll go into our hoops first and change it to our 240 by 150 hoop, so I have a little bit bigger playground. And as I come in here, you can see it's fairly big, so I'm going to reduce it down as much as we can. Of course, this is not going to take long to stitch because all we're stitching is this little tiny 2 detailed lines around it. All right, so that's looking good. I'm going to check all the way around, make sure I'm not going to stitch over my little flower down here at the bottom. Oh, I would. So glad we checked there. So right while the needle's down this corner, now I can go ahead and move it up. And using that little corner as a marker, I can tell, okay, now I'm going to be far enough down that I'm not going to stitch into it. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is touch the center because I want to mark the center. So I just kind of tipped my needle down into the fabric, and I'm going to just put a mark there. So then I have a centering point for where my monogram is going to go later. Okay, so before I stitch, we can see that there's 4 colors. We're going to skip over color 1 and color 2. So you come down to the skip color by color. It's a little picture of a spool with a plus on it. So we just go to color 2. And now to color 3. So let's just go ahead and stitch this. And let's see here, which one is it actually sewing first? It is sewing the outside edge. So we'll get lime green today. But watch how fast this is going to stitch because it's going to be so much smaller detail. We don't have to wait around for very long for it to be done. So I'll meet you back at the end here. We'll just let it do color 3, color 4, and then I'll show you how to put a monogram right into the center. Isn't that great? It's a perfect border for a monogram. So let's just go ahead and go out of here. We'll go over to our font folder and pick the Clarendon 30 because that's going to be a nice big one. And we'll arrow down. We'll do my letter S and then touch program to bring it in. Now we need to get it centered on that dot that we did. First thing we need to do, tell it the hoop we're working with. And 240 by 150, excellent. Now we need to go ahead and touch the corner to corner check until the plus gets all the way back to the center of the design. And now we can go ahead and move that to be right over the dot we made that we know is the center of our border. Almost there. And there she is. Maybe one more tap. Love it. Okay, so then all we're ready to do is check. We can go around it one more time. Just see that the letter we picked is the right size for the border. I like it. And then just go ahead and start stitching. Isn't that gorgeous? You can take a lot of designs, simplify them, stitch only the area you want by using the color to color, stepping through the design, and you can have something totally different than what the original design was intended for.